The Corvette Grand Sport. As far as the model range goes, it's just mediocre. It costs 15,000 euros more than the entry-level Stingray and 20,000 less than the sportier Z06. It is the happy medium of the Corvette range.
The Grand Sport, that's basically the little Corvette Stingray in the garb of the Z06. There's the slightly smaller engine without a compressor, but not as thirsty as the Z06. But if you go for optics and driving dynamics, then there are the parts of the big brother, the Z06, in there. So it means aerodynamic package and the chassis comes from its big brother.
In summary, the Stingray and Grand Sport have the same heart. The 6.2-liter V8 aspiration engine. The technical data are therefore similar. In the Grand Sport, nothing changes with the acceleration unless you order the optional Z07 performance package. Then it's only 0.2 slower than the top model. The Z06 owes its additional power to a compressor. 200 horsepower more, cost around 20,000 euros extra. But the Grand Sport without supercharger comes across even better with some car fans. The Aspirator sounds is more voluminous and they are considered more steadfast. And in addition, a compressor adds another 71 kilos extra weight to the car and can break down. Price-wise, the Grand Sport is a good 20,000 euros cheaper than the Z06. 96,000 euros a real insider tip, also in comparison to other competitors. The counterpart from Porsche, the 911 GTS, has 16 horsepower less and costs 30,000 euros more than the Sport Vette. The Corvette takes on an aggressively dynamic look and dispenses with big round eyes like the 911. Differences to the Stingray: the spoiler, new side skirts, and a deep-seated front lip. Many will also be happy that the American comes as a fresh air model in the base version, because the coupe can always be transformed into a Targa in no time. The interior is already quite high quality for American standards, but the Chevrolet does not come close to the Zuffenhauser. But then a Porsche driver cannot store his wallet behind the sat-nav.
When I think of a Corvette, I think of a hard-to-drive beast, which has far too much power that it cannot transfer onto the road. But that is not so. The Corvette has become more suitable for everyday use, and you no longer have to be a racer to master the thing.
So, a Corvette is also ideal as a daily driver in the city, provided the driver has no problem attracting attention, because not to attract attention is not possible with this. Especially if you opt for a shell in Corvette Racing Yellow tin coat. Decide is now the key word. Stingray, Grand Sport, or Z06. Which is the best concept?
Chevrolet actually does everything right with the Grand Sport. Legendary transverse dynamics, and still just a top everyday vehicle. The concept is simple, inexpensive, but still awesome.
The decision: the costs are 20% higher with the Z06 with supercharger and 40% more power. Horsepower bargain hunters are thrilled. Fans of naturally aspirated engines will be pleased with the Grand Sport with its cheaper price and lower weight.